Hello everybody, welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. Jason here. Sorry it's been a little while since I posted a video. I'll try and make this pretty quick. Thank you to all of our patrons, all of our supporters. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to check the links down below for links to today's book and anything else that we might find applicable. I need to have some traffic through that Amazon thing that you guys suggest in order for it to keep going. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into today's video. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about a series that I've talked about quite a few times in the past. Bruce Sentar, the author, Bruce Sentar, and his book Drums of War, which is Ard's Oath number 4. So we've already talked about the first 3 books, so I don't need to give you guys the lead up into it. This is probably my second favorite Bruce Sentar book or series. It was my favorite. I love the character of Ard. Some people, I've noticed, I've read some reviews on the Ard's Oath series on a couple of different websites, Amazon of course, and a few others. And one of the things that just baffles me are how much people complain about how snarky and sarcastic and nonstop joking Ard is, and people are like, oh, it takes me out of the book and stuff like that. And I just, it makes me wonder just how boring of a life. The way Ard talks, especially with his friends, is almost identical to how my friends and I all talk to each other. We have a weekly game night that is just 4 or 5 hours of pretty much just snark and combination of insults and jokes, and especially wordplay jokes, back and forth between everybody. I mean, my friends and I, we always have to be very, very careful of what we say to each other, because there's going to be a joke coming out of it almost no matter what we do. So to me, the Ard's Oath books, it's almost like a fantasy version of people I know. I mean, that's how it seems to me. So I don't understand why people complain about it, saying, oh, it's unrealistic and stuff like that. To me, it's entirely realistic, because I live it every single day. And it's a riot. So it's one of my favorite series. I absolutely love Bruce Sentar as an author, and this is one of my favorite series that he has written. So Drums of War, we are back with, of course, Ard, hence Ard's Oath, and his little harem bevy of very extraordinarily powerful women. And we continue to explore a little bit more about Ard's mentality, and he already changed the usual oath between the anchor and the wizard to his own personal version of the oath. But we also get a little bit more explanation in this book between a certain manticore anchor of his and himself, and how he views things, and how to him things are not everything is about duty and what you are expected to do or what you have to do, so much as what you want to do and what you choose to do. And if duty is driving you this way, if you're not choosing wholeheartedly to be driven that way, he does not want much to do with it. He doesn't want to up any kind of ties. He refuses to make ties based on duty. One of the things that I enjoy about it. So in the previous book, in book 3, the city got utterly destroyed, and Ard naturally made friends with a baby worm-ish type thing. Because, that's sort of what he does. He's got a horse living in his shadow, and he just seems to make friends with the strangest things. So now we're worried about fixing the city. So that's how the book starts. The book starts out with Ard just trying to fix the city, and of course he is not technically the preeminent power within this city, and eventually his efforts to fix the city, he ends up having to get enfolded within the grand plan of things and come under the command of somebody else, which, as we all know from the series up to this point, Ard does not take orders very well, does not take commands very well, definitely does not like being told what to do. So that gets interesting in and of itself. But that's only a small portion of the book. Ard is still trying to weasel his way around the eventual deployment in the military that he knows he's going to have to do, and that's coming up very, very, very soon. He knows he cannot avoid certain aspects of what it means within his kingdom to be a magician. But first he wants to fix the city, protect people, and then from there we move back on to the capital. Now there's a lot of things going on right now, a whole bunch of things. We've got Princess Carmilla and her little Machiavellian schemes to try and take over the council. We've got Ard's mother, who is a supreme mage of her own and has pretty much been hiding it, but now is deciding that it's time to step forward, because they know that if she does not step forward to enter into the elder council, then Carmilla will, and she will have a quorum. She will have full power at that point. She will be able to overwhelm the Magic Academy, basically, that is technically an independent entity from the kingdom. There are definitely some loggerheads going on there, but if Carmilla can get what she wants, then she will control all of it. So the only way to avoid that is Ard's mother stepping into this. And so we get to see a few different things. We get to see just how powerful Ard's mother is. We get to see just how powerful Carmilla is. We get to see the lengths that they both will go and the lengths that Ard will go. And we also get what I thought was kind of a cool scene where we actually get to a point where elements of the Elder Council are actually opposed to each other, actually facing off against each other in prospective combat. It's coming. They are ready to draw down on each other. And Ard even steps in. Even though he is not an Elder Mage, he has a few interesting little abilities as a Force Sphere Mage, and learning more and more about what that means. He has a few little interesting little abilities that can even overwhelm potential Elders, which he does a few things that are probably going to have some consequences further down the road, and it's even hinted at a little bit in this book. And along with that, we also start getting a little bit more of a view of the opposition, because as he's being forced or steered towards the military and the war and the things that are going on there, he's realizing, he's discovering more of the plots going on there. And we end up dealing with some old friends show back up, which is a lot of fun. I think you guys will remember a certain bear adjacent anchor that showed up in the first couple of books. He's going to be showing up. His magician is going to be showing up. We get some returning friends. We get a military base that's overrun. We get some extremely overpowered enemies that are showing up. And of course, we get Ard right in the middle of this, naturally doing what Ard does best, which is making a mess of absolutely everything and just bumbling his way through sheer power. But as a Force Sphere Mage, his power is pretty much untouchable. And I'm trying to do this without giving away any spoilers, but this book was fantastic. This was a great book. I do overall actually like book 3 better than I liked this one, but this book had a few scenes that to me are just at the absolute pinnacle of this series right now. So overall, I liked book 3 better. Book 4 had a couple of my absolutely favorite scenes whatsoever in this series up to date. So you guys definitely got to check this one out. Of course, you got to read anything Bruce Sentar puts out. We're going to be doing some reviews on Returners Defiance soon. Awesome series, awesome author. I love the character. It's not for everybody. He's a little bit snarkier than I guess some people prefer. And I guess some people live without sarcasm. I don't know. But I think it's great. Hopefully you guys do as well. You guys definitely need to check it out. Thank you everybody for watching. We will catch you next time. Bye now.